is the man whose idea QE Conclave is. Can I request you all to put your hands up in the air? Make some big noise for Madhu Murty, the co-founder and head of India Operations Qualizeel. The first tech talk begins here. He talks about QMentis AI, reinventing the art of software testing with GenAI. Come on, I'm sure you all can do a little better. Ladies and gentlemen, Madhu is a seasoned leader in software testing, quality engineering, and digital transformation. With over 40 years of experience, he has significantly shaped the evolution of testing practices for major global enterprises. His approach combines advanced technology, people-focused leadership, and a commitment to driving business success through quality and community initiatives. And that's how we have one such community event, QE Conclave 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Madhu has held prominent leadership positions at organizations like Infor, Virtusa, DXC, Accenture, Talent Sprint, and trust me, the list goes on and on and on. At Qualizeel, Madhu continues to drive innovation. Under his able leadership, the company has emerged as a leader in AI-powered quality engineering, helping global enterprises navigate disruptive market changes with agility. With that, I'll hand it over back to Madhu. And with your applause, once again, please welcome Madhu onto the stage. Everyone, come on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let us get started. What we will do today is that actually, as Generative AI is really picking up momentum, we are a very young company. We have been interested in that, but experimenting as well. So, in fact, we organized quickly a team around 6 months back, all young ladies in the organization. We call them actually Grace Hopper Center of Excellence trainees. So, we have a training division where young ladies are recruited, and that whole COE is called Grace Hopper Center of Excellence. So, I challenged them, all these young ladies. After that, I'll ask them, because they are the heroines actually here, whatever we are trying to do. We'll have a picture. I hope everyone is there. So anyway, what we will do is that quickly, not much presentation, unlike others, in fact, our development manager, very conservative guy, generally managers are, project managers, dev managers are very conservative guys. So he told, hey, Madhu, don't do live demo of any software that we built, because definitely it will fail. But I told, no, I'll not do video. So he's also there somewhere. In fact, I was angry with him. Like again, Sridhar also told, fail fast, fail forward. So we'll do it on the stage now. Okay, even if we fail, please give a good round of applause. Beforehand only I'm telling. Okay. So to run this live demo of whatever we have, a humble kind of thing we tried, my colleague Nageshwar is there. He is actually has been a contributor for Selenium for last 10 years. Great techie guy. So I'm in his hands actually. Are you there, Nag? Okay, take care. So anyway, just quick what we are going to do. The last time, I don't know, this doesn't move. Slides, okay, it's going slow. Okay, fine, not a problem. So first impact. Okay, so actually I was there somewhere December. We did QE Conclave in 2023. And it was a good conclave. I think around 300 people came. Again, most of the audiences have repeated also. A lot of senior people came. And it was very early days where almost every speaker, a lot of good speakers came that time also, from Infosys and other big IT consulting companies. Everyone talked about generative AI. But towards the end of the session, at least I left the session with a kind of mood that people are told, okay, this is a great technology, but I don't think it will anyway impact us. And the most important thing still we have to do is that actually human problems are there. The quality engineering professionalism, the quality engineering knowledge is still not at that level. So first, even before testing this AI waters, actually let us really work to improve our profession itself, QE profession and QE professionalism. So even I also went with that type of mindset only, because a lot of seniors felt that we are not writing great test cases, we don't test well, we are very inefficient in automation. None of the automation suites that we build, they last forever. Actually, no regression problems are being solved for our customers. These are all thoughts with which we actually left this conclave. But now, still I think by the time we have a panel discussion, much better mood will set in. But actually, in the morning from the insurance industry, the way they are moving forward with those real generative AI, solving real problems for their end users, customers, I think we need to take it seriously now, even QE professionals, while we improve our quality engineering professionalism. So that is what the thought I have at this moment. So today, things have changed from the last year, 2023 to 2024. I think I don't know how many of you are actually experimenting with Gen AI and also using in your day-to-day work. Can I have some raise of hands? Okay, not many. So, but still I think there is a demand for us now. So the reason is, I think it's moving, but anyway, good that the slide is moved. But actually I wanted to really talk about our partners here, Tricentis, Lambda Test, Test Sigma, Digital.ai. Thanks. And we wanted to really look at your innovation, get a little bit of inspired, the software services companies. Qualizil is only 3-year-old. We also want to really understand and do something. So again, generative AI, things are moving, picking up. I think it's time for us to be serious as a QE professional, how they may impact our careers. So as a humble response to that, we also tried a little bit of innovation. As I told you, the young ladies who are standing there, they did this. And our response to GenAI in quality engineering is actually something called QMentis AI. That is the tool with which you are coming today. We'll make a live demo of that. I think there is a video. Again, I am controlled by the marketing people there.
This is not a countdown. A 10-second delay, just a blink. But in business can cascade into massive business consequences, higher costs, compromised quality, lost trust. Over time, your brand risks fading into the noise. The world is evolving. Just as Moore's law redefined computing, AI is transforming reality at lightning speed. What once took years now happens in days. At Qualizil, we thrive on change, solving challenges, advancing innovation. Today, we take it further with QMentis AI. Introducing QMentis AI, redefining quality engineering, boosting productivity, transforming workflows, empowering you to achieve more, faster. Built on a modern, scalable architecture, QMentis AI seamlessly integrates with your ecosystem, adapting to your unique SDLC journey. From user story analysis to proactive insights, QMentis accelerates your entire journey. Test faster, deliver faster. This is just the beginning for you and for us.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. So, we are creating a lot of hype. I hope we'll kind of live up to that hype. Let's do that. Okay. So now we will quickly move into the demo part of that. We will not do video. Let's see what happens. So Nag, are you ready? So what we will do is that we have created it recently and still we are experimenting. We are not yet using with our clients because of all responsible AI criteria. But still, we always have a lot of trainee batches. We teach them to be ISTQB certified professionals. We train them to be good at Java, Selenium. And then we are experimenting. A team does everything in the old ways. Another team does it with the use of this kind of AI, and we are really collecting some data, some empirical information, and figuring out. And then definitely we have to be extremely careful. So we are still at that stage. I want to keep that very clear upfront. So let's move on. What I will do here is that we will start, though it has a lot of capabilities, we will start with some user story, because again, this idea came, one of our customers from Virgin Voyages. So he came, we were talking about GenAI, then I asked him, hey, what kind of use cases do you think we should really seriously look at it? Then he told, Madhu, it's actually quality engineering always starts with the requirements, the user stories. And he told, the user stories are very poorly written. Let it be an Indian business analyst or an American business analyst, there is no time, and the reality is that they're very poorly written. And all of our quality problems really start from there. So if you want to do something from there, he told. So we took, okay, let us look at user story. After all, it's a natural language. Generative AI is good at it. Then let us figure it out, and from there we started. So today's demo, we'll talk about how a poorly written user story can be analyzed, refined, and that refined user story can be used to write test cases. And then the major challenge, with our teams at least, they tell, okay, these are all manual testing activities, what great deal. So why don't you really take one automated, that manual test, make it an automation test and execute and show. So that is the challenge we gave it to them. Let us see. So we are actually going into the user story functionality. So let us get some of the user story from Jira. So user stories are very poorly written. I will give you an example. I have the first user story. It's a real user story from real customer. A product owner wrote. They don't have time. They did not even use Jira to write it. It's an Excel. So I just pulled it, pasted it into Jira. So it is basically, that is what is written. And that is where whole of quality engineering problems actually start. So this is the user story. At the beginning of a sprint, a young engineer will be allocated this work. With this, they can't really understand much. The grooming sessions start. Then our engineers participate in the grooming sessions, all young people. Other side, real serious product owners, business analysts. And our people don't speak. I don't know how many of your people in agile ceremonies, they speak really courageously and well. Anybody? At Qualizil, we don't speak. Okay? So anyway, only one here I've seen. We actually, it happens like this. I go to the US quarterly once, meet our clients. Then good party, all of us are sitting. Then the good drink is ordered. So almost we are saying cheers. Then suddenly one of the senior executives of customer tells, hey Madhu, you know, your people don't participate in meetings. The whole mood of the party is gone for me. Then I come back. I come back and tell my engineers, hey, you are spoiling the party mood there. Why are you not speaking? Why don't you speak? I don't know. Everybody faces this problem. But again, our people are very honest. Quali-zealots are very honest people. They tell that, hey, we don't know that subject. How can we speak? Okay. So that's what they tell. So we thought, okay, let's improve there. Instead of forcing them speak, we tell that let us give them into their hands some good tools so that they get prepared. So this is a real user story. If it is given to non-cruise line software professional, it is a tough thing to understand. And within a 10 days time, these people will have to write some test cases, then execute them, maybe a few of them to be automated, then do a demo, tell that I have tested, this is my acceptance criteria, this is my coverage, give confidence to the PO that, hey, testing was done well. This was all very challenging. So we thought, let us do that. But this is the reality of our projects right now. User stories are not written well because of lack of time. So we took this, okay, let us use some of the generative AI, prompt engineering, and then maybe keep doing fast because some timer is running here. Pressure is there for us. Okay, so we want to give a little bit better information than this to the engineer to get into that grooming session with a little bit more knowledge and speak confidently. See, our young engineers today, all of them have courage, all of them want to speak, they communicate well. I know the problem, we are not sufficiently knowledgeable. That is what actually makes us sometimes less kind of communicative. So here what we did is that, okay, first let us analyze this story. Again, a good user story. I don't know how many product owners are here, how many business analysts are there. There is a way to write user stories. Okay, a good user story will follow 6 important characteristics, and we call it's a bookish thing, invest. But unfortunately, 95% of our agile engineering teams don't know about it. At least if we tell an LLM, hey, look at it and help us, that's what we did really through a prompt. So it has actually rated this user story very poorly on almost every characteristic. But most important characteristic for us is here is the testable. So with this kind of user story, without those acceptance criteria, it is very hard for me to move forward and do testing. So okay, at least this knowledge, if we have before this meeting with people, we can tell that, hey, I have studied something, there is an invest thing, I can help you. But anyway, we are not giving it to our customers yet, but we are telling, okay, please refine it. You yourself refine it, and so that you build more knowledge before you are going to the meeting. So you refine it, please. So it, again, whatever time it takes, has it refined? Okay. So it refined the user story now. Actually, the earlier story didn't have actually title. There is a broad description, no acceptance criteria. So with right prompting, with little bit right domain information, it has actually done pretty well. Again, as always with generative AI, we have to really remember this. Don't jump with joy, oh, something generated. Then we'll be in problem. So use QMentis AI with human supervision as with all generative AI tools. It can be totally wrong, it may be hallucinating. So a human is needed. You have to carefully look at it. In fact, I don't know this domain very well, but one of the senior managers who is working in that, I asked him, are they good? He told, yes, they are good. In fact, the title is very good, which was missing. Acceptance criteria are not bad at all. It is some starting point it has created for us, for the test engineers to get to those meetings, which is otherwise causing problem whenever I am going to US, not having mood in a good party. So at least that problem I have solved for myself. Then we want to write test cases using these improved versions of user stories. So again, we have taken a simple approach here, but we can take much more complex approach, which we will take. But we are converting into a use case, a scenario-based description to an engineer, so that again, a lot of us, I think, forgot what is use case. Use cases were very important documents. They will help a test engineer to think through very carefully all the main flows, alternative flows, exceptional flows. So there is a way to write them in the template. So we are creating that. Has it come there? Now, your use case. Okay? So go. So use case. So main success scenario, alternate scenarios. Again, don't believe it, everything, because suddenly something came and we are happy. Don't be very happy. Be involved with that. But again, we are checking, testing inside, because we have not used with customers, but internally, known projects we are carefully using it. Yes, it actually generates decent kind of use cases, which can be used to build out test cases. Okay, so then we can use case-based test design technique. That is a very well-known black box test design technique, and generate a set of test cases. Let's do that. So it will take some time. Has it been done? Okay, we want to hold it here. we want to go back to better user stories we wrote in a controlled project. I think that's what he's waving me. So this is how a not so well written user story has been improved. And we gave some better tools into the hands of our young engineers to be able to communicate better in customer conversations and earn good name for them and earn good name for Qualizeal and make my parties good. So that much we have achieved so far. But then some of the internal delivery managers challenged us. Okay, these are all okay, but real projects are much more complex. So can you automate and with little bit kind of modification, will you be able to execute the test cases? That's what also the young team has tried. So what we will do here now, we asked a team of, actually a group of 2 teams actually. One team to take one open source project. It's called Cogmento CRM. Is a group of people who started manually. Another set of people used the bot, and we compared these things and also went till automation. So here, actually, there are 3 user stories as selected, and we are doing a little bit of assessment of that. These are written internally by some of the business analysts to make it easy for our test engineers. That's why they rate well, rather better than our customers' user story. They are actually rating better. So now we are selecting one of those good user stories and writing test cases. That is what we wanted to do. So use cases also, we converted that user story, add a contact into little bit of use case, and that use case we are using to build some test cases. Let us do that. Because our goal is to actually use some automation framework and actually build one of the tests automated and be able to run it and show it. That is the challenge for them. Let's see whether they will succeed in this challenge or not. So has it created test cases? So it creates decent amount of test cases today. Some test cases that humans can think of, maybe taking a little bit more time. But some test cases, humans are missing also. And also some unnecessary test cases also. So we have to be extremely careful with these outputs, but it has created a set of test cases. Okay. So again, we'll stop there and look at it, and we add that. So now the real challenge, people told us, at least because I keep asking in the organization, use it, it is a good one. But our delivery managers tell, unless this solves the problem, we will not use it. So for that purpose, we did this. So what we will do is that we will do test automation and see what happens. Let us get to test automation workflow now. So we are selecting one of add a new contact, which is simple functionality in Cogmento CRM. And then in our test automation also, there is a process. When we do a BDD, Cucumber, page object model kind of infrastructure and framework, we follow in a very systematic way. So here, what we are converting is that all these test cases, some of them are non-functional test cases, but through prompt we have actually filtered them, but we are creating a big feature file in the Gherkin syntax. So that is the next step we are doing. So typically, it's not a big deal actually. With very simple, useful prompts, we can actually get it done. So here, in this case, we are trying to build a full framework, but again, we will have to change this a little bit, but all tests have been added into feature file, but right now, we will only run one test case. Again, a lot of time it will take, so we will delete all other things and only one feature file, let us add the contract kind of thing in the CRM. Then actually comes the real aspect. Every automation project is different. There are frameworks, there are variations of these frameworks. The real world is very chaotic. That is why using these tools is not easy in a software services project situation. That is why we are still working hard. So we are creating a little bit of more frameworks to support. Right now it works with Selenium, Java, then BDD, Cucumber with page object model kind of thing, and also we are doing other frameworks as well, but let us look at the first framework only. So next step is actually in the automation. When you have framework is that, okay, we have chosen a particular framework, but let us develop some pseudocode on its own. Okay, so that that is skeleton code we call typically of according to the rules of the framework, a pseudocode has been generated. Again, very important because it has some code. Don't get driven by that, oh great, we can't do that. You have to take time. Human has to be in the loop. That is why no human here will be replaced to do this work. Only who will be replaced? Those who don't use these tools will be replaced by those who use these tools. That is why beware and don't have any ego problems with LLMs and generative AI. Embrace it now. Okay? So the next thing is that now I have a skeleton code developed, but now I have to really give the meat to that. There is an application, I have to give the locators, uniquely identify them. So what we are trying to do is that again, here you have to take a pause and look at the manual test. You have to go to Cogmentos CRM, log into that, where this add contact will happen, what is my test, that kind of little bit of, maybe he's showing that. Okay, he's going to Cogmento because any automation engineer before writing test or doing that, they will go understand the navigation that is involved in a particular test, especially the source, the locators, which people take a significant amount of time. The youngsters actually struggle with that. So what we did is that here we are doing a simple thing. So we need to understand, I think he's going a little bit faster, I will not explain. But we will go collect that source of that screen where this test has to run, and we pasted it. And we are telling, okay, generate locators for me. Because that is, again, a very clerical, mechanical, time-taking activity. So we thought in our regular engineers' workflow it is there, let's do that. So let us see. And a lot of automation engineers, especially they told, this is a good one. We will use it. Because really it is useful. So it has created all the elements in the thing, and then it gave whatever primary locator, secondary locators, and generally it is doing well only. Now the next step is that locators are there, my pseudocode is there, the POM classes for every element in the UI, we have to develop it. That is what we do as manually when we are doing test automation, we do that. So we are asking, okay, now generate for me page classes for each element that is on the thing. Then it has quickly generated some code for you following all the framework rules so far. But again, as I tell, don't believe in it. That you have to tell you to yourself, because our anxiety that suddenly code came, we believe it. Oh, great. What a great thing. It will not work that way. We have tested it. We know that it doesn't work that. So now, any problem is there in NAG, this code? Okay, fine. So the next thing is really doing the next step is step definition. Whatever in the feature file, the steps are there. Now integrate that with our page classes, the locator information, so that real meaty code that can be executed on the application under test can actually come out. So we are taking a little bit of more time. Anyway, they are collegial people, they will not object me. Okay.
The MC can.
Okay. So where are we now? Okay. Now, is the code okay? Okay. He is a Selenium guy, that's why I know. I trust him. So the next step of our project is really put all these pieces together, manage those dependencies, create a project, and then see that according to my framework, all folder structure has been created, and I am kind of ready to execute. So that is what is the next step we have to do. Actually, this is the most important step. How many of you think that whatever Maven project is created, I unzip it and put it in the structure and runner class and run, and suddenly everything works? Anybody thinks like that? It doesn't work. At least in our case, it doesn't work. That is where you have to tweak it intelligently, the script to your test. At least the prompts that we have arrived at this moment, it doesn't. If it is a simple test, maybe 10 minutes to tweak. If it is a very complex test, 30, 40 minutes. Intelligent people, again, little less senior people may take more time, but that's what we observed. So what is happening here? These are the some corrections we need to do in the code. Again, in this code we are doing, but then right now we will not do the correct the code right now, but just previously he has built one Maven project. Let us run that project for this test case. So if it runs, you will all give great applause. Okay, all team? Okay, it will run or not? Okay, let's see. Okay. So there will be some little bit of issues with applications. So here if you look at this Cogmento, wherever we are selecting add contact, okay, it will run already. Okay. Great. So now the team, you have done great job. You made me successful. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay. So I can sigh a relief, and this my conservative project manager, I will not let him do video recording of any applications now on. Okay, fine. Let us slides now. So put it in the mode. So QMentis AI is our response, humble response to solving this problem. Anybody interested will talk to you as well. Okay. So again, this job, again, when I did really one test case, little bit of empirical data, 16 hours has been taken by a team from that user story to write one automated test case and execute using the framework. And we did it, at least Nag, who is a senior guy, by the time we tweaked everything, it was 40 minutes. Then it is a problem. It is a problem for IT services companies. Okay. We have to tackle these problems. Because if we don't, somebody will. And if they will, what will happen to us? So again, generative AI is causing a lot of concerns. So be aware of it. At least this year, when we leave this QE conclave, leave with that little bit of worry in your mind. Things are changing. We have to be careful as QE professionals. Yes, QE professionalism still will be there. It will be there as long as humankind lives. That's all okay. But still, without having any ego problems, we have to embrace generative AI, figure out some solutions. So people who use AI will replace those who don't. Will you agree with me? So how many of you want to use AI? Okay. Otherwise, will be replaced. Some hands are still, I think, you are really either a lot of ego, that we are better than AI. Okay, fine. So anyway, good that it worked. So QMentis AI, and that's it for me. Thank you very much.